Faith is the only known antidote for failure. Those are the words Napoleon Hill carved into the foundation of success, and they hit like lightning in times of doubt. Every day, people wake up with dreams burning in their hearts, but never move, paralyzed by a silent enemy called hesitation. You know what you want: a thriving career, a deeper connection, a better version of yourself. But you keep circling the same mental block. Why? Because deep down, your belief is fragile. And fragile belief produces fragile action. It's painful to watch people wait for clarity that never comes, for conditions to be perfect, while their potential dies in silence. Hill didn't sugarcoat it. Weak belief breeds paralysis. And when fear leads the way, your dreams turn to dust before they ever breathe. But here's the liberating truth. Belief is not a gift. You build it. You forge it. You decide to make it unbreakable. You don't have to keep living in that fog of uncertainty. You can choose to rewrite the narrative, starting now. What if you didn't just wish for a better life, but trained your mind to see it, feel it, own it before it even arrives? Visualizing success isn't a fantasy. It's the mental rehearsal for victory. Champions do it. Leaders do it. You must do it. Too often, we wait for motivation to arrive like a miracle. But Hill knew. Motivation follows movement, not the other way around. You act first. You believe first. And then, suddenly, the path that once seemed invisible begins to reveal itself. Don't wait for the lightning bolt. Be your own spark. Build belief so strong that hesitation has no place to live. This is a common trap, as Hill pointed out, where we convince ourselves that the right moment must arrive first, ignoring the power of our own minds. Without that unshakable belief, even the clearest ideas remain just thoughts, never turning into the actions that could change our lives. Indecision creeps in when our belief wavers, making us second-guess every choice and miss out on opportunities that could have been ours. Fear and uncertainty amplify this problem, eroding our confidence and making visualization feel like a distant fantasy rather than a practical tool. Hill knew that fear is a mental barrier, but he also showed us how to break through it by repeatedly picturing positive outcomes in our minds. It's painful to think of all the regrets from unacted ideas, but the good news is, you can change that starting right now. The real solution lies in taking immediate action, fueled by that unshakable belief and the vivid images you create in your mind. As Hill emphasized, belief must lead to decisive steps. Visualize your success, like landing the dream job, and then make the first move to make it happen. When you act on what you've visualized, a powerful momentum builds, turning abstract thoughts into real, tangible results that inspire you further. Strengthening your decisiveness starts with simple daily practices, like Hill's auto-suggestion technique, where you mentally rehearse your victories. Picture this. You visualize overcoming a challenge, and suddenly, taking action feels not just possible, but inevitable, banishing hesitation for good. Try this right away. Practice the first step by writing down one small goal and immediately acting on it, just as Hill advised. Each time you do this, your belief grows stronger, proving that what you visualize can indeed become your reality. Now, let's talk about overcoming the deep-seated hesitation and fear that's been holding you back for so long. Facing fear head-on requires unshakable belief, and Hill showed that consistent visualization can dissolve those doubts like sunlight melting away fog. Think of successful people who've stared down obstacles, visualizing their triumph, and then charging forward, turning fear into a source of strength. Failure doesn't have to be the end. As Hill taught, it's just a temporary setback that we can learn from through powerful mental rehearsal. Visualize your past failures as lessons, stepping stones that lead you closer to your visualized goals. Building resilience with every step. A practical exercise. Close your eyes and imagine overcoming a specific fear, feeling the empowerment as it happens, just like Hill recommended. This mental preparation makes real-world action feel achievable, transforming your inner world and preparing you for outer success. Building self-discipline is the next crucial piece, as it's what sustains that unshakable belief over time. Hill always stressed that discipline isn't about momentary motivation. It's about daily visualization and action that ingrain your beliefs deeply. Without discipline, even the strongest visualizations fade. But with it, you create habits that keep you moving forward no matter the challenges. Start practicing positive habits today, like daily affirmations that align with your visualized goals, turning discipline into a natural extension of your belief. For example, dedicate time each morning to visualize your success and follow it with a small action, such as exercising for your health goals. Track your progress in a journal, watching your growth unfold, and let that reinforce your unshakable belief, making hesitation a thing of the past. Once you have discipline on your side, creating clear vision and goals becomes effortless and incredibly motivating. Hill's principle is clear. Specific, visualized goals act like a magnet, drawing success toward you and igniting an inner fire that drives action. When you define your goals with unshakable belief, like picturing financial abundance in vivid detail, they stop being vague wishes and become achievable realities. The power of visualization shines here. Try creating a vision board or mental imagery exercises to make your goals feel real and believable. Follow this step-by-step process. First, visualize your desired outcome in every detail, then break it into actionable steps, and finally, commit to daily practices that reinforce your belief. By doing this, you're not just dreaming. You're actively becoming what you visualize, as Hill promised. To bring this all to life, let's look at a real-life example that embodies Hill's teachings. Take Thomas Edison, as Hill often did. Despite countless failures, he visualized the light bulb's success and persisted until it became reality. Edison's unshakable belief turned imagined innovation into a world-changing achievement, overcoming hesitation and fear through sheer mental strength. In our modern world, think of entrepreneurs who use Hill's techniques, visualizing their business ideas and acting on them to build empires from nothing. The key takeaway is that anyone can adopt this approach. Visualize your goals, believe in them fiercely, and watch as action follows naturally. In conclusion, remember that unshakable belief and vivid visualization are the true precursors to success. As Hill so wisely said, you become what you think about most of the time. Motivation isn't something you wait for. It's a byproduct of acting on your visualized beliefs. So start today by picturing one key goal and taking that first small step. Spend just 5 minutes visualizing your success right now, build that unshakable belief, and step into the life you've always imagined. Because you can achieve it. Welcome to today's daily motivation, inspired by Napoleon Hill's timeless wisdom. Let's start with his powerful quote. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This simple yet profound statement reminds us that unshakable belief is the foundation of all success. So many people struggle with doubt and hesitation in their daily lives. They know what they want but feel paralyzed, unable to take the first step. Picture someone dreaming of a better career, yet they procrastinate because the goal seems out of reach. This cycle of inaction stems from a lack of vivid visualization. Without clearly imagining your success, your belief weakens and motivation fades away. True progress begins when you shift your mindset from passive wishing to active visualization. As Hill teaches, belief acts as the bridge between your thoughts and real-world achievements. Don't wait for external forces to motivate you. Create the drive from within. Now, let's explore why you might not be taking action in the first place. One major reason is the misconception that motivation must come before effort. You might be waiting for the perfect moment thinking, I'll start when I feel ready. But as Hill pointed out, this belief gap prevents you from visualizing success vividly. Without that mental picture, ideas remain just ideas, gathering dust in your mind. Indecision creeps in when your belief wavers, leaving opportunities slipping through your fingers. Remember, Hill said that without a firm decision, even the clearest goals stay unfulfilled. Fear and uncertainty amplify this problem, eroding your confidence bit by bit. You might fear failure so much that you avoid visualizing the positive outcome altogether. Hill taught that fear is merely a mental barrier, one that visualization can dismantle. By repeatedly picturing yourself succeeding, you turn uncertainty into a stepping stone. The solution lies in taking immediate action fueled by unshakable belief. Start by visualizing your goals as already achieved. Feel the emotions, see the details. Hill's philosophy emphasizes that belief must be followed by decisive steps. For instance, if you visualize landing your dream job, take the first action, like updating your resume today. This creates momentum, turning abstract thoughts into tangible progress. To strengthen your decisiveness, practice Hill's auto-suggestion technique daily. Repeat affirmations that reinforce your belief, such as, "I am capable and deserving of success." Make your decisions feel inevitable by mentally rehearsing the outcomes. Now, try this. Visualize a small action, like making a phone call, and do it right now. Overcoming hesitation and fear requires facing them head-on with unshakable belief. Hill shared stories of people who visualized victory despite overwhelming obstacles. Imagine confronting a challenge, like public speaking, by picturing yourself delivering a confident speech. This mental rehearsal transforms fear into empowerment, as Hill advocated. Remember, failure is not the end. It's a lesson in your journey of belief. Visualize past setbacks as stepping stones, learning from them to build resilience. Use visualization as a daily tool. Close your eyes and imagine overcoming that specific fear. Building self-discipline is key to sustaining your belief over time. Hill emphasized that discipline turns habits into the bedrock of achievement. It's not about sporadic motivation. It's about daily visualization and action. Start with positive habits, like dedicating 5 minutes each morning to affirm your goals. For example, if your goal is better health, visualize yourself exercising and then do it. Track your progress in a journal to reinforce your belief and prevent hesitation. Creating clear vision and goals is where the real magic happens. Hill's principle is that specific, visualized goals act as a magnet for success. Define your goals vividly. Picture the details. Feel the emotions. Make them believable. Break it down. First, visualize the outcome. Second, outline actionable steps. Third, commit daily. Finally, let's draw from real-life examples, like Thomas Edison, who visualized the light bulb's success despite failures. His unshakable belief turned imagination into innovation, proving Hill's teachings in action. In modern times, entrepreneurs use these techniques to launch businesses from mere ideas. The key takeaway is that anyone can adopt this. Visualize, believe, and act. To wrap up, remember Hill's words. You become what you think about most of the time. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. Start today. Visualize one goal, build your belief, and take that small step immediately. You've got the power within you. Harness it and watch your life transform. Thank you for joining this daily motivation. Keep visualizing your success. Until next time, stay unshakably believing in yourself. Remember, the mind's eye is your greatest tool. Make every thought count towards your victory. Remember, as Napoleon Hill wisely stated, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This isn't just a catchy phrase. It's the foundation of turning your dreams into reality through unshakable belief. So many of us struggle with doubt, letting it creep in like a thief in the night, stealing our motivation before we even begin. Picture this. You have a goal, like starting your own business, but hesitation holds you back, whispering that it's impossible. That's the problem. Weak belief leads to inaction, trapping you in a cycle of what-ifs and regrets. But here's the truth. When you visualize your success vividly, as Hill taught, you bridge the gap between thought and achievement. Imagine yourself already there, standing tall with your accomplishments in hand, and watch how that image ignites your inner fire. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Create it by picturing every detail of your victory, from the sights to the feelings. Why don't you take action? Often, it's because you're waiting for some external force to push you, like a sign from the universe. Hill would call that a misconception. True power comes from within, from that unshakable belief that fuels your visualization. Think about it. How many opportunities have slipped away because you paused, hoping for the perfect moment? Indecision is the enemy of progress, born from a wavering mind that hasn't fully visualized the path ahead. Without a clear mental picture, Even the best ideas remain just that, ideas, gathering dust in the corners of your mind. Fear and uncertainty amplify this problem, making your doubts louder than your dreams. Hill knew this well. He said fear is a mental monster that shrinks when you shine the light of visualization upon it. So, instead of letting fear paralyze you, use it as a signal to visualize overcoming it, turning obstacles into stepping stones. The solution is simple. Take immediate action on what you've visualized, and let that belief propel you forward. As Hill emphasized, belief without action is like a car without fuel. It's got potential, but it won't go anywhere. Start small. Visualize achieving a single task, like making that important phone call, and then do it right now. That first step builds momentum, proving to yourself that what you imagine can indeed become real. Strengthening your decisiveness means practicing daily visualization, just as Hill recommended with autosuggestion. Close your eyes each morning and see yourself succeeding, feeling the emotions as if it's already happened. This ritual makes decisions feel effortless, transforming hesitation into bold, confident moves. Practice the first step today. Pick one goal, visualize it clearly, and act on it without delay. Overcoming hesitation and fear starts with facing them head-on, armed with the power of unshakable belief. Hill shared stories of greats like Thomas Edison, who visualized his inventions working despite countless failures. They didn't let fear win. They visualized victory and pushed through, turning setbacks into comebacks. Learning from failure is key. See it not as an end, but as a lesson that refines your visualization for future success. When you stumble, visualize how you'll rise stronger, just as Hill advised, making failure a temporary detour. Use visualization as your ultimate tool. Try this exercise. Imagine a fear you're facing, then picture yourself conquering it effortlessly. Feel the rush of empowerment as you mentally rehearse your triumph, preparing your mind for real-world action. Building self-discipline is the next layer, as it's the glue that holds your belief and visualization together. Hill taught that discipline isn't about willpower alone. It's about creating habits that reinforce your visualized goals daily. Start with positive habits, like affirming your beliefs every morning, to make discipline a natural part of your routine. For instance, dedicate time to visualize your success while exercising or planning your day, turning routine into ritual. Reinforcing belief through these habits means tracking your progress, perhaps in a journal, to see how far you've come. This practice prevents hesitation by showing you tangible evidence of your growth, fueled by unshakable belief. Creating clear vision and goals is where it all converges, as Hill believed that specific, visualized goals are magnets for success. Without them, motivation fades. With them, your belief becomes a guiding force that pulls you toward achievement. Begin by visualizing your goals in vivid detail. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the emotions of reaching them. This isn't daydreaming. It's strategic mental preparation that Hill called the key to turning visions into victories. Here's a step-by-step process. First, visualize your desired outcome as if it's already yours. Second, break it down into actionable steps, like outlining a plan for that dream job. Third, commit to daily practices that reinforce your belief, such as reviewing your vision board every evening. The next step is yours. Apply this today and watch your visualized goals start to materialize. Let me share a real-life example from Hill's teachings. Thomas Edison didn't just dream of the light bulb. He visualized it working perfectly. Despite over 1,000 failures, his unshakable belief kept him acting, turning his vision into a world-changing reality. Relate this to modern times. Think of entrepreneurs like Elon Musk, who visualizes space travel and then relentlessly pursues it. They embody Hill's principles, using belief and visualization to overcome hesitation and fear in the face of massive challenges. The key takeaway: anyone can do this. You don't need special talents, just the will to visualize, believe, and act. In your own life, apply this by visualizing a personal goal and taking that first bold step, just as these role models did. Finally, reinforce the core message. As Hill said, you become what you think about most of the time. Unshakable belief and vivid visualization aren't optional, they're the precursors to every success story. Remember, motivation follows action, not the other way around. So don't wait. Start visualizing and moving today. To wrap this up, I urge you, pick one goal right now, close your eyes, and visualize it with all the passion you have. Feel the belief surging through you. Then take that immediate step, no matter how small. Hill's wisdom is timeless. Harness it, and you'll transform your life. As you go about your day, keep this in mind. Your thoughts shape your reality. So make them ones of unshakable victory. Don't let doubt creep back in. Replace it with the image of your success, and let that drive every decision. Build on this daily, visualize, believe, act, and soon, you'll wonder why you ever hesitated. You're capable of more than you know. Let Hill's principles guide you to that potential. Envision your future self, thriving and fulfilled, and step into that vision now. The power is yours. Claim it through unshakable belief and relentless visualization. Remember, every great achievement began as a thought held firmly in the mind. So, what are you waiting for? Visualize your win and make it real. Let this be the day you decide to become what you visualize. Hill would be proud of your commitment. Now, go and prove it to yourself. In closing, carry this motivation forward. Belief is your superpower. Visualization is your strategy. And action is your key. Thank you for tuning in. Now, go out there and live Hill's legacy. Until next time, keep visualizing your success and watch it unfold. You've got this. Unshakable belief changes everything. Stay inspired, stay believing, and become the person you've always envisioned. That's all for today on Napoleon Hill's Daily Motivation. Remember, the power is in your hands. Use it wisely. Visualize, believe, achieve.